In a battle of the last two NBA champions, it was Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors who came back and got a crazy win at home in overtime. The Warriors defeat the Milwaukee Bucks 125 to 116. Steph Curry erupted in the fourth quarter and had one of the biggest blocks of his entire career on Jrue Holiday on a game-winning layup attempt. There's a lot of questions I have for the Warriors, and ironically, a lot of good things I have to say about the Milwaukee Bucks. But before we get into this video, I just want to say we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers and I'm trying to upload every day for the month of March. So if you're new here and want to support the channel and see some NBA daily uploads, please be sure to consider hitting that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get straight into this video talking about the winners of today's game, the Golden State Warriors. First and foremost, Steph Curry. Wow. Jrue Holiday hits a crazy shot to put the Bucks up 111 to 108, and then Steph Curry comes down the court and drains an insane three-pointer to tie it 111 all, and then blocks Jrue Holiday on a game-winning layup attempt, and then proceeds to dominate them in overtime. As you guys can see, they won by 9. What a game from Steph. He did not have a great first quarter, he didn't have a great second quarter, or even a great third quarter, but in the fourth quarter, he went crazy. He finished tonight with 36 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals, and a block as well. Like I said, one of the biggest blocks of his career. He finished also with 6 3-pointers tonight and did not miss a free throw. This was a wild game from Steph Curry and the Warriors. But throughout this entire game, it felt like there was something missing. And I guess that something, it really is Andrew Wiggins. It's funny, a lot of people said that at one point Andrew Wiggins was a bust or a waste of talent or this and that. But you can really see in a game like tonight, they need someone like Andrew Wiggins, who not only supplies a pretty positive outlook on offense, but such an intense and tenacious defender. They've definitely been missing that, especially while Draymond Green's been having injury woes. Tonight, you could see he came in with that brace on his left wrist / hand, and he also rolled his ankle, and I really applaud Dre for going to the locker room, getting checked out, and then instantly coming back in and limping through the entire fourth quarter and overtime, but still managing to grab 13 rebounds and dish out 9 assists tonight. Just did an amazing job of playing defense and knowing his role and just setting amazing screens. One of the most gifted part of Dre's game is setting a screen while simultaneously passing to a shooter that's open and just completing it all in one motion. You really don't see that or get to appreciate that often when it comes to talents like this. One thing every NBA team is going to have to do going forward is start getting a hand up on JaMychal Green. JaMychal Green tonight finished with 4 3-pointers and had a season high 18 points tonight off the bench, as well as 6 rebounds. Really solid night and really solid bench production overall tonight. Jordan Poole was pretty inefficient, but he did finish with 13 points. One person I want to give some flowers to, or actually two, are Klay Thompson and Dante DiVincenzo. They combined for 10 3-pointers tonight, and they just did an amazing job of helping rally this team in this victory behind Steph Curry. One thing I love about this Warriors team is that once one of them gets hot, all of them get hot. In the first quarter, in a 3-minute span, they hit 6 3-pointers. And, you know, I love this Warriors team because they're exactly what winners are. You know, they go through the lows together and they go through the highs together. Kevon Looney, another shout out tonight, dude, had 5 steals, which I believe is a career high. And he also had 15 rebounds, and 7 of them were offensive rebounds. And I'm pretty sure 2 of them were back-to-back in overtime. The Warriors had 18 offensive rebounds, while the Bucks only had 7 tonight. Amazing job dominating the glass. Like I said, with Draymond Green being injured and with Jonathan Kuminga being out and with Andrew Wiggins being out, it was really great to see the Dubs just dominate on the glass. I really do think come playoff time that Klay Thompson is their X factor. It seems like when he's having a good game, the Warriors are having a good game, but I digress. My questions for this Warriors team is, if you guys watch the game, you know what I mean. They kind of let these games get out of hand, and the big elephant in the room is that the Bucks didn't have their MVP candidate Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. So this felt like such a playoff, almost like a finals game, and it was that intense throughout the entire game. But I guess we're just gonna have to see going forward what it looks like for the Bucks and for the Warriors as well. That's all I really want to say about the Warriors. I do want to say shout out to Steve Kerr tonight. Did an amazing job coaching. And shout out to the Warriors for shooting 42% from the three and 91% from the free throw line. Only missed one free throw, and it was Kevon Looney in overtime missing one free throw. Really, really solid job for the Dubs tonight. I just got to see what this team looks like when they eventually get Andrew Wiggins back in the lineup. I know he has that family stuff, but I digress. On to the Milwaukee Bucks. As for the Milwaukee Bucks, tonight was a very interesting night for you guys because I could have sworn you were going to win this game. Even though Drew Holiday started this game very inefficient, he finished really well. He finished with 18 points and 9 rebounds and 8 assists tonight. He did have a lot of turnovers, which was kind of the Achilles heel of this team tonight. They finished with 17 turnovers. And when you don't have your best player and an MVP candidate like Giannis Antetokounmpo mediating this entire thing, I can see how that happens. Tonight was just a weird night for them shooting the ball in general because you have someone like Joe Ingles who was 5 of 5 from 3 up until overtime when he finished 5 and 6. And then you have someone like Bobby Portis who knocked down both of his threes, and Chris Middleton went 3 for 4 from 3. But then you have Drew Holiday going 4 of 11, and Grayson Allen going 2 for 9, and Brook Lopez going 1 for 6. Javon Carter hit 3 out of his 7 threes, but then Pat Connaughton goes 1 for 5. It just seemed like half the squad was shooting amazing and lights out, and the other half was not. But that's okay. I mean, it's to be expected on the road in one of the toughest arenas, Chase Arena, playing in that, environment. It's really hard to just come to the defending champions home crowd and expect to win. Joe Ingles tonight had an amazing game off the bench tonight. Like I said, he went pretty much 5 for 5 from 3 and finished with 15 points, 7 assists, 2 steals, and 5 rebounds. Amazing bench production. You obviously are going to see him playing a lot more come playoff time. Chris Middleton, I think it was his 10th start of the season tonight. He looked pretty solid tonight. It was the first time I looked at Chris Middleton all season and said that actually looks like Chris Middleton. One person I got to give some serious love to is Bobby Portis, a double-double machine, an energy maniac, very efficient, knows his role super well. Tonight he finished with 15 points and 13 rebounds. I absolutely just love watching Bobby Portis play. He's always making the smart play. He's always making the right read. He's never taking shots that are bad for the team. And the same thing goes for Brook Lopez. I think, like I said, Klay Thompson is the X factor for the Golden State Warriors. I really do believe that Brook Lopez is the X factor for the Milwaukee Bucks. Tonight he finished with 19 points and 7 rebounds, but he had 5 blocks, including a huge block on Steph Curry with a minute left in that fourth quarter. It just seemed like the ball was in the Bucks' court this entire game, but they could not capitalize on it to save their life. Even though Drew Holiday was coming up big towards the end of this game and Joe Ingles looked amazing in this game, it's okay though. At the end of the day, you guys just got to remind yourself, 1, we were on the road and we still have an amazing road record, and 2, we did not have our MVP candidate in Giannis Antetokounmpo. This team is just tremendously deep and they have a ton of talent. You got guys like Javon Carter who are amazing on both sides of the ball. He just started picking up that offensive game this year, but he's always been an above average defender. You saw Jay Crowder is still kind of finding his footing with this team. I mean, there's not many power forward and forward minutes in general that go around when Giannis is playing. So there was some defensive confusion when Jay Crowder was in the game. And you don't really see that a lot with Jay Crowder because he's obviously known for his defense, but it's okay. Tonight, the Bucks, pretty good game, even though you guys ended up kind of throwing this one away in overtime. I don't want to say anything too bad because like the Warriors were shorthanded, you guys were insanely shorthanded. But what do you guys think? Could you see this possibly being a finals matchup? And if you caught this game, was it intense as I made it out to be? If you guys made it this far, I appreciate your support as always. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed. Peace.